How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, SDFC bros. Carlos, it was a very eventful weekend for not only us, but for all of San Diego.
100%, man.
How
It
you
was, amazing, man. This weekend was a blast and a half. Good to, for you guys who don't see, we didn't have a vlog this weekend because but like
Yeah.
we went to go see our friend up in Arizona and just had a guys weekend.
I had a little guys' weekend, little casino, little. We watched the
ATV
game.
or not ATV?
Was it the Razors?
Yeah,
It was like
Razors.
some off-road vehicles. Very, very eventful weekend. But I think one of the highlights of the weekend was San Diego FC beating LAFC in BMO Stadium. What a game! What an occasion! I feel like the lead up to this game was like worth the hype. Like
100%.
everything, like it felt like there was just something brewing, right? It's
Right.
like, okay, we're going up to LA again and everything like that, right? And then Son's debut, that was like, I think the headline of the match. Where
Right.
it's like, it's his first game at home. So there was a lot. And obviously the ticket situation
Right, that whole
we'll
drama
get into.
even gave it some excitement to it.
But yeah, so if you guys are new here, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check us out in the link in the descriptions below. Let's jump into this. So yeah, like I said, the lead up to this game was as expected, right? Son's home debut, right? And then that whole ticket situation. So if you guys don't know, the whole ticket situation, this was one of them where LAFC and San Diego FC had an agreement to each get tickets for the San Diego FC fans, right, to go in San Diego, right? They agreed on 600 tickets for San Diego FC fans to go. And then LAFC retracted more than half of those and gave them 250, right, to make sure that, Son's debut was like as good as it was. But after talks, LAFC restored the 600, but at a much higher price. And then at the end of the day, SDFC stepped in and paid the difference for those missing tickets, I guess you could say.
And
So
I think we missed the most important part. This deal was made before the San Diego LAFC game,
Right.
when they came down. So San Diego FC honored their version of it, allowing their fans, who, by the way, came down, threw glitter all over our fucking stadium.
and they were fighting us.
Right, and fighting us, and then showed up to Old Town, like acting like we all came in a mob,
Right.
right? You know what I'm saying? That was all honored, and that was all brought to you because of that agreement. Yet LAFC just threw it away. I think that's just the most annoying part. I think it's just frustrating. I mean, it's frustrating to see as a club or like
Right.
like an understanding, because I get it, like Son's coming, but you have to honor that. And we could say maybe they were scared, maybe it was Son. Regardless of the fact, you honor an agreement. I think that's just a man's like a gentleman's agreement. Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Yeah, 100%. And during like this whole fiasco of us trying to watch this game, we are bouncing around every single bar in Arizona. Oh, are you playing the SDFC game? Oh yeah, we're playing it. We pull up. We're like, oh, like, are you guys gonna play the game? No, I wasn't playing. We went to Twin Peaks. We went to just like other like,
Just
kind of
random
local bars. and
Barstool.
stuff.
Barstool.
We went
What's
to
going on?
Barstool.
Barstool. I have a problem
Yeah.
with you. You are Barstool. Barstool Sports Bar. How is it that your bouncer tells us, oh, no, we're going to close up early because we want to get into the nightlife?
What is that?
Sports first, Barstool.
Real talk.
Sports
real,
first.
Real talk. And, we were just
Dave
all
Portnoy.
excited. Yeah, Dave Portnoy. If you're watching this, and maybe you are, we got a bone to pick with you.
Sports first, Barstool.
Hit us in the DMs, Dave. But we're bouncing around all these bars, and we landed at Ojos Locos,
Yeah, man.
Carlos. I think
This was
the-
just me during the game. though.
no, but I think this was the perfect kind of venue, right? They even had like a little banda
It's
going
cringy, yeah. It was a
and
cringe,
everything.
like, you know what I'm saying? People could say, like, oh, it's like, of course. Or
Sure,
whatever.
sure.
But realistically, it was literally the only
No,
place.
they threw, yeah, it was the only place, right? And we had our own little corner. We
Yeah.
had we had like 2 TVs, and the service was good. And, the beers and the drinks, it was
Right.
all good and everything like that. But getting into the game itself, LAFC was strike first in this one. 15 minutes in, we were in the car watching it on Carlos's phone like this.
But driving around everywhere in
yeah,
Arizona
literally
to find
driving everywhere in Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, Phoenix. We went Scottsdale, Phoenix,
Yeah.
Mesa. Not one place.
Yeah.
I can't say this enough. Arizona, please get an MLS team or
Facts.
find love for soccer, because clearly,
Yeah, y'all don't love ball.
The college Michigan game was more
Yeah.
important than MLS.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So 15 minutes in, Buanga chips Dos Santos, but I think Dos Santos got the last laugh at
Right.
the end of the game. But were you worried at all about SDFC's ability to get back into this game, considering we're away, tough opponent, everything like that?
Yeah, I mean, like in our midst of driving around everywhere, it was a little nerve wracking to like see, okay, they scored first. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we have the ability where we say we're a second half team. We're always gonna say that. But I think where I got scared more was of how much LAFC was attacking, and I think it was a little bit more. Like San Jose was attacking us a lot, but LAFC was attacking us more like a lot, but like it
More
was
threatening.
more threatening than San Jose's was. So it was a lot more scarier, and I was like, how the heck do we come back from this, honestly? And then without our active striker or anything like that, which I think, by the way, I was talking so much trash about Valakari like being our striker, but I think it is nailed down perfectly now,
yeah.
like beautifully. Like Valakari has put in a performance now and stepped up to that role so amazingly. Like it fills in that midfield so well. Like whatever, but
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I think regardless though, I was a little nervous after that, and it's like, okay, well, LAFC came to play. You know what I'm saying? And they showed up. They get it, and who knows what would have happened going forward or what didn't. But I was nervous.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely felt the same, especially that first goal early on. I mean, like 13 minutes in, right? They put that away, and I was on the fence because obviously I know LAFC, they're a top team. You know, they got a lot of weapons. Son needs no introduction himself. So I was like, okay, how is SDFC going to really counter this team that plays not exactly like us, but has a more offensive approach to this game? And I mean, I was kind of on the fence a little bit, but Chucky Lozano would answer back with a little over 15 minutes later. The build up to this goal was absolutely pitch perfect. I feel like one-touch passes, one over-the-top through ball from Dreyer to put Chucky in. He left one-on-one with Lloris, and Lloris just caught standing still after that goal went in. And I feel like San Diego's quality of play, not the style, but the quality itself, this game, I feel like was second to none. I feel like we really pulled up to this game and really showed our quality in all fronts, not just defensively, midfield, attacking. I feel like Chucky Lozano in this game, he was on it. This one, I feel like he was really having an emphasis to really share the ball and to really like make the right runs at the right time. We really hit LAFC on with the balls in behind, right? When you're just making that late run in. And I feel like you saw that a couple times. What was your kind of take on the high level of San Diego's play in this game?
Yeah, I think honestly, we've seen San Diego's ability to do these plays, but they always fall short. Like, I can't tell you how many times we've been in the stadium or watching these games where we're like, oh, that's going to be a great pass, or that was a great idea, but you fall short. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times Chucky has been put in that exact same position and has completely missed. So it's just like everything was dialed in, essentially, this game. It was like we've seen these bits of magic that could happen, but it's just been so hard for the team to produce it. Like the mentality has always been there, and we've talked about this through and through, is like the mentality of these passes and these plays that Mikey Varas and this team has wanted to do has been there throughout the whole season. It's just been like, oh, somebody messes it up, or it's a one bad pass at the end, or this and that. But in this game, it was just like everything was boom, 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 boom. There was not a mistake. And to Chucky's goal, like it was even cooler too. Is I don't know if you saw, but there was like a corner right before before the goal, and they're all screaming at Chucky, yelling at him and stuff, and he's just like what? Like keep going, keep going.
Feeding off.
Yeah, he was feeding off of it, which is it's interesting to see from Chucky, but he believes in his team so much because, again, in Napoli, he wasn't that type of but he believes in San Diego so much and his team so much that he actively was like, give me more. And, I mean, you see him score that goal, and what does he do exactly? Like,
what are you
what?
saying?
I can't hear you. Yeah. Like,
and then on top of that, at the end of the game, they're like, oh, Chucky, can I take a picture?
Right, exactly. But, like, it's just exciting. You know what I'm saying? And you see that rivalry building up, everything, and it's just like there's hunger in this team completely. And Chucky showed that out. And like I said, I can't count how many times Chucky has missed those goals. But this time, it seems like San Diego just dialed in.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree. This was one of Chucky's like best games. If you kind of put maybe a top 5 compilation of Chucky's best games, I'm putting this one in there for sure. I think this was just one of those where he was important on all fronts, right? Even defensively, I feel like he was making, some tracks back to really, make that emphasis on, okay, like we're a team here. And I wanted to make a point where it's like, I think as a collective in all fronts, I think this was San Diego FC's best game.
100%.
Like, I think the defense was on lock this game. This was SD's best defensive performance. Even though we didn't get a clean sheet, I feel like after that goal, we locked in, we dialed in. I want to give flowers to the defense. Paddy McNair's Brexit tackle on that one, Donnie. That was just...
Boom,
that was just
beautiful.
peach. Brexit, love that. Dos Santos Superman save against Son, that one, and just the whole game.
I think we need to just pause a little bit.
Yeah, let's go.
I think Dos Santos deserves 100% of the flowers for this game. I think Dos Santos kept us in this game 100%.
Million percent.
Just breathtaking performance from a goalkeeper, respectfully, just confidence off the ball. Like it just was.
Yeah.
It was just one of those games where you just sit there and say, this is why goalkeepers exist in soccer.
And I was gonna say, you made that point when we were watching the game. You're like, he put the debate, the Cisniega Dos Santos debate to bed.
Right, because Cisniega was playing great, this and that, but this is why you see CJ Dos Santos is our starting goalie, because in games like this, he shows up and he is confident, and it's just like, when he's in it, man. And it is a beautiful, beautiful, like, he's young too, you know what I'm saying? Like, a great, great goalie, and I'm very happy to have him in our back.
Yeah.
You know,
when he's confident, he is a very tough goalkeeper to score past. And I feel like you saw exactly that. Like that, I think that Son save in the first half, or second half, something like whatever it was. That was, I think, the moment.
There was one in the first half.
I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. So I think when he made like both of those saves, I feel like it just kept the confidence just kept going up and up, and
then I'm kind of saying
Bouanga.
But Bouanga's save too. Like I get it, Bouanga
totally fluffed
it, but again, Dos Santos' ability to stay strong and did not be
totally
scared.
Put a hand
on it.
Yeah,
just beautiful performance from CJ.
Yeah, 100%. And then Bambino and Dua just pocketing Heung-min Son this whole game. Like I feel like, of course, Son had a couple instances where he was making that difference, but he hit the post as well, which I almost fainted at that point. But LAFC's game plan, it just felt like, pass the Son, let's see what he can do to get us out of trouble. That's like what it felt like, push come to shove, when like they needed a goal and they wanted it. They're like, let's just pass the Son, let's see what he's doing. Because he was playing much more centrally than out wide. Then I feel like he would be a lot more better out wide. But even then, they kind of forced him out wide, bro. Bambino put it in that pocket.
100%.
Such a good performance from Bambino against his former club as well. I wonder what the emotions were kind of going through his game, because it's like he never really made a senior appearance for LAFC, but to kind of go back into kind of familiar territory, I feel like it was probably a tough game for him.
I don't know what it is, but I mean, something from Bambino that I get right off the bat. Like, I'm not in his head, I'm not anything like that, but he's really passionate about San Diego, and you can it seems like you feel that. I don't know, there's like a deep connection or what there is, but like clearly there have been times where like he's going to the fans and loving every second, and maybe it's because it's his first chance at a big team and we've given it to him, but like he clearly respects San Diego so much, and I love that. Even playing against an LAFC, you know what I'm saying, where that is his home club essentially, but I don't know, Bambino really stepped up for San Diego FC, and then even afterwards still goes and just like is very passionate about beating an LAFC, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a little Italy tax, I think you could say. But Manu Dua having a big game as well, right? Again, pocketing Heung-min Son, but 66 minute, Yepes Verskov, or maybe Yepe Pirlo. This guy was, that assist to Dreyer sends him in behind. That was Pirlo-esque. Right, just playing a deep ball from his position, sends Dreyer in behind, sends not one defender for a hot dog, 2 hot dogs for each defender. And I mean, look, SD gets the lead in that one, and we were in Ojos Locos, and we were going nuts. I was screaming my ass off. I mean, you can kind of tell like my voice is kind of gone, but at that point, when we got that 2-1, what were you kind of thinking at that moment?
Well, man, it was just emotional. I mean, Anders Dreyer has made that run. That's his spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's been multiple times where that doesn't go in. But again, just like for some reason in that moment, just pure confidence that he had it. Yeah. He dropped 1, he dropped 2. I was like, this is going in. It has to go in.
Yeah.
Just amazing moment. It was just one of those moments where you just say, fuck, man, this is my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, I don't know, man. It was just a really important, magical moment. And it's just one of those things that we keep talking about. Is just like, you're watching history be done right in front of you. And again, we're in Arizona. Like, I'm like, and it's weird, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been at these games, like in San Diego, this and that. But like, I'm in Arizona and I'm feeling so much passion for my team in San Diego. And nobody around us there was watching the game as well. They don't know anything. But like, they can see the passion in us, like, oh, that's San Diego, that's their home team, like, who's this new team? And you could see the people that were there. We were louder than the banda in that moment.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Or even the guy who put the game on for us, like, he's like, oh, like, now tuned in to San Diego.
He
you know, he clocks it, and it's like, wow, like, these are special moments. And it's like, for the first time ever, I'm not watching a game versus Barcelona or Milan or Chivas. Like, I'm watching in another bar, like, celebrating my soccer team, San Diego, score essentially the game winner, a big winner, and Dreyer being. There's gonna build. Like I said from the very beginning, they're gonna build a statue for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are those, like, Tony Gwynn moments, or those huge Padre moments, or those Charger moments. Like, and I'm living it. You know what I'm saying? It just was an amazing moment that I like will cherish, honestly, forever. And, like, to celebrate with people I've grown up with in San Diego, like my friends and like friends from San Diego, is just like that. There was, like, a really emotional, artistic part of it that I loved.
It was poetry.
Yeah,
right?
no.
That whole goal, I think, just, like, encapsulated kind of what this game, like, meant. And I feel like even our homie, who's a complete SD hate watcher, right? He was like, Drive's a top player.
Right.
And I think at that point, I kind of clocked it, and I was thinking back to, like, what you were saying about the Tony Gwynn moments and everything like that. You're like, this is gonna be like our Manny Machado, like, bat flip, or the Tatis bat flip, or, you know, like, whatever. And, like, I'm just thinking about that, and, like, Dreyer is that guy. Like, he, like, you know, you talk about Chucky and everything like that, but it's like, I feel like you have Dreyer, and, like, he just comes up with these moments and just these bits of quality that you just look at, and it's like, look. Like, I've watched a lot of top players live, right? But it's like just watching him on a weekly basis, like, you know, in person and on TV and everything like that. And it's like, again, kind of sharing those same emotions of, it's like, he's representing me, like, he's representing my city. He's putting, you know, my city in at the limelight.
Right, like, your memories, your friends, your family, your culture, your history, like, it's all there.
1,000,000%.
And it's just like, wow, like when he scores that goal, it's not, and I know it sounds weird, but it's like when he scores that goal, beating LA, it's like he's not just scoring for himself, he's scoring for all of us.
San Diego.
And all that we represent behind it. And this club has just made it so great, and to feel that, you know what I'm saying, essentially.
Because it's like, I think, because it's like, you talk about, okay, the Padres beat the Dodgers and everything like that, but it's like, I just don't have, like, that same connection to baseball, just because it's like culturally, obviously.
But people here do, though. You know what I'm saying?
People here do, and I feel like it's just so much. And I wish we were at one of those bars to kind of just hear just the aftermath of what was taking place in San Diego after that. I'm sure the BLA chants were going all over the place and everything like that. And I mean, just kind of taking at it as, like, kind of, you know, a more kind of cultural approach. I've never felt this way about, like, beating a rival, a local rival, than, you know, like, Padres and Dodgers, you know. But it's like having it be a soccer game just felt just so much better, in my opinion. So,
and it's only going to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get bigger, and it's like you see it day and day, like, game, watch party after watch party. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and, like, it's crazy because I know we're stepping away, but, like, it really, like, this game really is an important one. You know what I'm saying? To talk about this, like, we walk, and I can't, like, sometimes I go out and I see, every time I go out, a San Diego FC jersey. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's representing it, and it's just like, this team has been able to build themselves into the culture just as much as the Padres have. And there is going to be a moment where, like, these teams are going to be sharing the same identity at some point. And it's really amazing to see. And I know you don't, like, watch baseball, essentially, but I don't watch baseball like crazy either, but I have felt the connection to, like, San Diego beating the Dodgers, or San Diego going to or Padres going to the playoffs, like, important, because it's they're representing me in my city. But it just feels so much better for a team that for a sport that I truly love. You know, and that I know this city loves as well too.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, you know, we always talk about, you know, the identity of San Diego FC, and it's like, man, they've really, like, made me, like, I'm invested. I am so, like, locked in this team, and it's like, I know there was, like, a lot of question marks early on in the season, but I feel like more than not, I feel like now you're getting, like, the casuals that are really buying into, like, what this team can do. And it's like, look, there's potential that something can come out of this season. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to, you know, jinx it, but I feel like you can kind of clue into what I'm saying. But kind of getting back into the game, the rest of this match, it felt like SDFC were on the defensive. They stuck in and they played some of the greatest defense this whole season. And I feel like in a tough environment against a tough opponent as well, LAFC kept knocking on that door, but we slammed it right in their face. And I feel like we had an answer for almost every single thing that they did. Having proper positioning, communication in the back, and the defense deserves their flowers for this game 100%. Ian Pilcher even came in, made a big difference as well. So it's like you're talking about difference makers coming off of the bench. Patty McNair came off. Ian Pilcher comes in. Duru comes in and makes that difference. And I mean, look, after that Dreyer goal, it felt like time was moving so slow. I just wanted this game to end, but massive shout out to Mikey Vadas and the coaching staff. They got this game 100% spot on, knowing when to make the right substitutions. And we were talking about, I'm not really sure about like if this substitution is right.
But Chucky, especially
after Chucky, because he was playing a good game. But I think kind of when you're looking at it in hindsight after the whole game, this was 100% spot on. And when you saw LAFC pushing for that equalizer, we took off Valakari, we put in Duru and Godoy for Soma. So we went a lot more defensive in this game, which I liked. We were reading kind of the situation of the game. And I feel like we stayed compact, we sat back. And I mentioned the Italian word, catenaccio, which is, I mentioned previously on a podcast, which is just sit back and park the bus. And we did exactly that because we wanted those 3 points guaranteed.
Right. No, and I agree. I totally agree with everything that you said. Like, I think it was just amazing. And again, shout out to Mikey Vadas and that coach, because it was like those subs were not long. They were not like, let's wait. Like, it was everything was perfectly when those subs needed to come 100%. On. And he put in subs that really wanted to win as well too. They made a difference too as well, like helping that. And even like Pellegrino coming in, like played an even deeper role. And you know what I'm saying? Didn't play a very striker. He's only been in with us for like 2 games at this stage, but he came in and helped us out as well too. Dreyer playing lower as well too. Like everything really helped itself out. And again, like Ian also like such a young player compared to like Bombino. Bombino's young too. Yeah. But the McNairs or anything like that. But to be thrown in such a important game, and he stepped up to the plate, like literally, and it's just like these players just keep like just playing for the badge essentially and wanting to prove something special, and it was just like a beautiful moment. And again, CJ Dos Santos' ability to just keep saving one after one after one after one after another was just amazing. The only thing that I would say that I talked to you about was just like, yes, I really like the playing from the back, but when it comes to those last 15 to 10 minutes, stop fucking playing from the back.
It's a bit nerve-wracking.
Kick the fucking ball up and just let the other half hold it for a little bit, because it's just it's too much.
It's a bit nervy.
And you waste more time that way as well too.
I agree. Right. I 100% agree with that. Right, because it's like, especially when LAFC at that point, they were just all out attack.
Right, and we were playing back, and it's just like we couldn't even move up. Not even 3/4 of the field before an LAFC would take the ball and we'd have to play defense. I was like, bro, just kick the ball forward for a little bit.
In like in their half and try to do something. But I feel like we read each moment in this game, I think, perfectly. And again, shout out to Mikey Varas. I tip my hat to you, my friend. Constantly, always proving the haters wrong, always proving these pundits wrong, talking about, he doesn't have first team experience. And I mean, I feel like just every single player, every coach, the water bowl, everybody in this organization has proved this league wrong, and I am here for it. So,
and I think it's just his mentality, man. I think like he
iron brain.
I don't know. He has been able to do something to those players. Like that's just. I think it's impossible to replicate sometimes. It's one of those seasons that's going to be talked about for a long time.
100%. I mean, it's a historic season. I feel like every game, week in and week out, you're talking about, San Diego FC broke this record, and this happened. They're the first team since to do this, and it's like, I think it's Mikey Vadas genuinely. I think it's like something. It's like you guys have to play for the city, because it's like the city has been like wanting this. So it's like if you guys can give them this, then they'll build a statue for you. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like you just see it constantly week in and week out.
No, and I think to your point, I think one of the moments that like I think honestly had like a tear in my eye. I'm not even lying to you. Was and I'll get emotional, like goosebumps talking about it now, is when the players walked to the away fans and started doing the clap as well too.
Oh, at the end of the
and
game.
then that's just like
Right.
like the player said thank you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that is emotional for me because it is something that as a fan base that came out of nowhere and the whole stadium picked up on it, and then now the players come and saying like this is our thank you too, like we're gonna do this with you as well. We are part of you. You're part of us, and that was just one of those moments where it's like,
felt special.
like it felt special. Like and to do it, which was even better, is like stabbing the fucking flag in like the, you know what I'm saying, stabbing the USA flag in the moon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're doing that in the opposing
in
LA, and then
stadium.
we're doing those claps. It was just like, that's what this team is all about. And it was just like a unit moment where we're all just saying SD. And shout out to Jasmine, our producer, who was at the game. She said they like the people in the bar were doing it along with them. So it's just like this moment, like whether you were, we were doing it in our own bar. So it's just like wherever you are, it
was global.
Right. Wherever you are, you're now united with that clap, which is like emotional. You know what I'm saying? It brings out so much feelings. So I mean, it's great, and something that I know my kid will be doing one day. You know, essentially.
Right.
So,
yeah, definitely. And I mean, look, I think doing all that, and especially in their stadium, after all, like we posted the whole ticket thing, and there was so many of these LAFC fans and Galaxy fans in our comment section. They're like, oh, like you're not gonna be loud enough. Da da da. We were literally hearing all the chants through the TV in the bar that we were watching it in.
Through our freaking car, too.
Literally through the car, like everything like that. Like
the aux speaker.
You could not...
Shout out Enterprise.
Shout out Enterprise. But what's it called? You couldn't like get away from it. And
no,
it's
you
like,
couldn't.
I
You
feel
can
like
skip it.
if I'm a SDFC player like playing on the pitch and like I'm hearing, the SD chants and everything like that, it's like you just have that familiarity with you and you have like that, backing. So big shout out to all 600 people that came to that game. And I'm sure there was other, SD fans scattered out through the stadium, but big shout out to all you guys. You guys were the 12th man. 100%. I feel like...
Which was needed.
Much needed. I feel like you're maybe talking about a different result if 250 fans are there.
Right.
Sure. So, yeah, big shout out to you guys. But we walk away. LA, beating LA 4 times this season. So it feels good. And this rivalry between San Diego FC and the LA teams is brewing up, and it's a good one, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, and the only thing that people can come and tell us is, "Where's your trophy?" Which is freaking insane.
It's such a dumb argument.
I hate the arguments. Like, what did you want us to do? Win 5 years ago?
No, literally, it makes zero sense.
It's just Dodger fans trying to,
Yeah.
But whatever.
Rage bait.
But regardless, like, there's no argument now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we could just, I'm gonna hit the Losky and just be like, what now?
Yeah.
What now? Because we are the Kings of California. Like, at the end of the day, like, this team that nobody believed in just proved to everybody like we are the Kings of California, which is insane.
100%.
No.
Yeah. So I want to wrap this game up with a little match rating. What do you rate this match?
I mean, I think I'm thinking like a 8.79.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a beauty, man. I think it's just one of those matches that we needed to win, that everybody showed out and just played an amazing game.
What was your favorite bit in this game?
Oh man, there's just
there's a lot of good moments.
There's so many to count, but I think Dreyer's goal for sure. Chucky hyping up the like F you to the fans.
Yeah.
Bombino just consistently, you know what I'm saying? Like getting those tackles in sometimes, and then I guess like the star on the map was just CJ Dos Santos' performance, man. That was wow, man. It's so great to have a keeper like that, man.
Yeah, he's special. He's special. So it's glad we got that contract, locked up. Yeah. So, but I'll say match rating for me, I'll probably go a solid I'll agree with you, like an 8.7.
8.7. Yeah.
Just because it's like, for me, I feel like what really set the tone of this game was the defense for SDFC. I think, especially with that Patty McNair tackle, that Brexit tackle, that set the tone of the game. Like, we're here to play. We're here to show you guys what it's meant to play San Diego FC like at full blast, at full volume. And I mean, look, on top of the away fans going there, the Chucky, kind of, I guess you could say rage bait.
Right, no.
The Dreyer goal sending, hot dogs left and right. It's like, I just feel like there's just so many iconic moments in this game. And I mean, look, that CJ Dos Santos Superman save just kind of, put the cherry on the cake 100%. For everything. But yeah, I'll say 8.7 as well. But let's preview our next game after the international break. So we got a nice little week off. Maybe the guys can go to the beach. Little La Jolla.
They deserve the beach.
They
man.
deserve the little La Jolla session.
Literally,
I'm not gonna lie.
nice little La Jolla.
Nice little La Jolla. Maybe a Belmont Park.
Yeah,
or
something.
You give
the
any
zoo,
of them,
maybe.
You give any of them like a little bar recommendation? What are we saying? You're like the bar king.
Somewhere a nice bar though.
Any like a gas lamp or something?
I just say PB, bro.
Okay,
We're in PB. The water bar. Water bar's not that bad.
Water bar.
They have to pay me for that. No, I'm just water bar's kind of nice. Short club too.
All right, there you go. From SDFC bro himself. So after the international break, we go Minnesota United. So big game after big game. Hispanic Heritage Night though. So I'm really hyped for that one.
Yeah, I mean it's it kind of feels weird.
This is your night right here.
Yeah,
this is y'all's night.
I'm hyped up for it. It still feels a little weird to not have a game this Saturday or nothing, but I think it's a good little hype up for Sunday or Saturday's game. But it's gonna be. I mean, San Diego's gonna show up for sure. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun one.
I'm gonna make a little prediction. I think it's a sold out game.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I think it's a sold out game. Hispanic Heritage Night. Not only you got the Mexicans, you got the Guatemalans, the Colombians, Panamanians. You get all of them.
Yeah, we'll throw the Italians in there too. Why not?
SDFC. I'm hoping, maybe next season if we get another Italian guy, we got to do an Italian heritage.
But for that, you'll be celebrating Hispanic.
Yeah, no, I'll be Mexican for 90 minutes or something like that. But last 3 games for Minnesota United, a 1-0 win versus Seattle at home, a 3-1 win versus Real Salt Lake, and then a 1-1 draw versus Portland. Last time we played Minnesota, we were at Mr. Tempo, and we saw Dreyer score from half field. So what do you kind of make of Minnesota United in this game, coming back from a tough away game?
Yeah, I don't know. I hopefully we win, but again, I think 4 or 5 games out now left.
Yeah, this is the second to last home game.
Yeah, so I'm not so sure how we take it or what we don't do. I would hate to be Mike about us in this situation. We still are trying to win the Supporter Shield, so yes, go all out. But I think our importance definitely is to win the championship. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think we start seeing a lot of more rotation, for sure. Because just like Chucky coming out super early,
right.
I think Dreyer's going to come out a little bit more easier too. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I can't really. I don't have a score prediction because I think this is that later half of the season where
you start thinking about playoffs.
You start thinking about playoffs at this point. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we want some big home games. We want to win these games and stuff. But if they ultimately end up like a Portland's game, not mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You take a result like that. I mean, look, I think, respect to Minnesota United. They've been, a thorn in our side this whole season, constantly below us and, leapfrogging us, left and right. And I feel like it's been a good little like a Western little rivalry in terms of kind of, just constantly being up our ass. But it's like, I think in this game, I feel like I do agree with you. I think we're going to see a little bit more of a rotated 11. I think we're going to see maybe Duru get his first start and everything like that. I think maybe you throw Ian Pilcher in there as well.
Right.
I wanted to see a Chris McVeigh in this game. I know he was playing in this one a little bit, but I want to see him because maybe Patty McNair is injured again. Maybe I know that was a tough. That was a big one. Tackle. So maybe you're kind of throwing some concerns in there too. But De La Torre, I think he flew under the radar versus LAFC, so maybe he gets a rest.
Right.
But I do agree. I think we're gonna get a little rotated 11 in this one. And I agree with you. I can't really throw a score prediction out there, but again, with a Portland result like how we did a 0-0, I'll take a 0-0.
Yeah,
right? You get a clean sheet, you take a point, and I do agree with the whole supporter shield. Maybe, you can just yield that a little bit to the point where it's like, okay, if we just put all of our energy into playoffs and everything like that and kind of properly prepare for that, then we're good.
And I think we yield to that just a little bit because, like, honestly, like, Philadelphia is on a generational run as well, too. So it's just, like, they're not losing at all. Mm-hmm. And so, or even tying. Mm-hmm. So we're really close in things, and I don't know if we throw the extra foot in there to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think also it's, like, a lot of these games, they take out a lot of energy in you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that LAFC game probably just had these guys exhausted.
We're lucky we're having a week off.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think it came at the perfect time, to be honest. Like, you go with a big game, right? You go international break, so all the guys can, take a little rest. Maybe take it easy, depending if you're doing, like, World Cup qualifiers or something like that. But I think this international break came at the perfect time where even Mikey Varas, he can kind of, recoup, be like, all right, this is the game plan for the next game. And I think, we can really see a positive impact because if you remember last time we had an international break, it was before the month of June, right?
Right.
And that month of June, we came out hot and we made some big results. So I'm hoping we can maybe, get this last stretch of the season, right? These last 4 or 5 games or so, really come out strong and really, get into playoffs in the right foot.
And I wouldn't be mad at Supporter Shield, but I don't think that's on anybody.
I don't think it's a main priority right now.
Yeah.
But let's quickly talk about the new news that came out today. The Right to Dream Academy debut. These guys, so they're going to be playing their first game, I believe, September 6th. That's right, September 6th. So literally this Saturday against Phoenix Rising. So the kids are starting to play. We're going to start to see some kids maybe in a couple years, maybe not, next year, next season, but a couple years we'll start to see some San Diego FC Right to Dream Academy graduates playing the first team. What's your kind of anticipation and thoughts on this whole thing right now?
No, I think it's just really cool. I think it's just the European mentality, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's just going to be a really, really, really fun thing to see. And like you said, either we're going to be selling players and getting more money, or ultimately the scenes that you see when you have that academy player show up and play for the team for the first time. It's just going to be another historical moment that I think we're really looking forward to. And after meeting one of the kids, man, they're going to be ballers.
Yeah, I think we got some ballers on our hand. Our CEO, Tom Penn, he said, "We're proud to provide opportunities for talented young players from San Diego, Tijuana, and beyond to pursue both academic excellence and professional football development." So that's pretty encouraging. I'm sure you guys are hyped for Mexico. Right? If you got someone from Tijuana coming to SD to kind of, develop in this sort of way, and then, I mean, look, you never know. There could be someone who plays from San Diego Youth Academy, play for El Tri.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
No, it's crazy. It could just be like, I don't know, just like a magical moment. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very glad that my team is doing that. San Diego is doing that as well, because honestly, they picked the perfect place because San Diego's got some ballers.
I agree. I 100% agree. So guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this LAFC game? What do you think about just beating LA in general? We own LA. We're the Kings of California. Still got one more left. We got San Jose at home. That's the last home game, so y'all better be there too. Y'all better be at Hispanic Heritage Night too, because I know I'm going to get some nice carne asada.
Some good carne asada.
Some good carne asada. So, guys, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check us out in the link in the description below for all of our socials. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all in the next video. Ciao, ragazzi.